The grill is shot. The chairs are held together by optimism. And what happened to the rug? Sounds like your outdoor setup is not ready for patio season. Fix it all with Wayfair. Shop Wayfair for grills, rugs, furniture, and more. With 20 million 5-star reviews, room of choice delivery, and expert setup on qualifying orders, it's never been easier to do more for less. Get 10% off your first eligible purchase. Hurry to wayfair.com or download the app now.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We all have routines. I'm Jabron, and with diabetes, mine was finger sticks. Sometimes I skip them because they hurt. The Freestyle Libre 3CGM changed that. It gives me glucose insights without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Finger sticks are required if your glucose alarms or readings do not match symptoms, or when you see check blood glucose symbol for the first 12 hours. The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Got another question up on the Facebook page. We were talking about Darren Peterson in the last segment and meeting with the Jazz as a calm your fears. That's about the now. This question is about the future. Draft day is here. In 5 years, what will we be saying about this year's Jazz draft pick? Adam says we'll be saying, look at all the draft picks we got from New Orleans in the trade we just pulled off before that guy could leave in free agency.
What a downer.
Adam, way down.
No, New Orleans is not going to trade for somebody who can leave in free agency, because if that's the case, he's going to leave New Orleans.
That's true. Pick the wrong example.
The first 20 most important sports are football.
Right. Pick Philadelphia or pick Boston.
Well,
pick Cleveland again, but don't pick New Orleans.
Miami's always a fashionable place.
Jesse says in 5 years, we're saying it was a good draft pick. As long as they draft Devontae or Peterson. If they draft someone else, it's honestly a toss-up if they'll be good or not.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I think there's others who are going to be. In fact, I know there are others who are going to be good. Now, you want to debate who are those guys, that's fine. But I think that's what you're going to get. I'm looking for, not that it was a good draft pick, because I think that's easy. You want a foundation piece. That's the hard part. You can get good players regularly, and they have good players, but they need some great top-end talent. That's the difference. That's always going to be the difference. And it's not necessarily always going to be in the top 2 or 3, although you're playing the odds, and that's more likely. As we know, 2 guys in the last 4 years, the leaders of their teams, were second-round picks. Amazing. But nevertheless. And it's somehow, the more questions you have, if they are not answered, well, it was a second-round pick. I get that, right? If Jokic hadn't materialized, well, so what? Or if Brunson was just, a bench guy who contributed a little bit here and there, okay, he's a second-round pick.
Yeah.
So you can't have that with the second pick in the draft. You just can't have that. Especially this year, especially for a team that's lost 4 in a row of seasons, this is the whole point of those seasons is tonight. This is the very point. There's not a better illustration of why you did what you did than tonight.
Get a player who moves the needle big time and will for years to come. Yeah. That is the quest. And you might stumble into Giannis or Kawhi in the middle of the first round, or Brunson and Joker in the second round. But you've tanked for 4 straight years, and you got the number 2 pick and a good draft. So how about hitting on this? And then if you hit on another guy who's a big-time player with the pick 19, great. You're really building something.
Yeah. I mean, George was a 16, Filipowski's second round, and we know who they are. But I can argue that tonight is the most impactful decision that this new ownership slash administrative group has before them. Not trading Mitchell and Gobert and for the products you got back, which, you got back some decent talent, Kessler and obviously Lowry and some others. But this one has the potential to be and should be considered the most important decision.
The expectation. Because there's there's a little bit of potential in these other picks and in these other players, but the expectation, when you're drafting number 2 in what is being hailed as a very good draft, you need to get someone who can drive the bus for the next decade plus.
And that's why it's that important, because there is a decent chance that somebody that you don't take will be one of those guys.
There is a decent chance because there's that much talent in the draft.
So it's whoever you draft combined with whoever you don't draft. Why didn't you take that guy? Now, maybe it doesn't matter. Hopefully for them and all the fans, our listeners, it doesn't matter. That if somebody else is a foundation piece after you, good on them, but you got the right guy. And once you get the right guy, it doesn't matter what is after you. You got the guy you were supposed to get. And if they get that player, then they're good to go. And they have that opportunity.
Matt says, I'm going to be optimistic. 5 years from now, we're going to be singing, Freddie, we are the champions.
The Merc?
The Merc.
I hope so. That'd be awesome, man. I want a title in this town for the fans.
I totally get that.
I used to say when they were really good and they were competing for the title, I wanted it for Larry, number 1. I wanted it for Jerry, number 2.
Yep.
And I wanted it for the fans, number 3. I didn't really even care about the players.
Standing out doing a live shot on 300 West the night they beat the Bulls in Game 4 in '97, and people were losing their minds like they just won the title. And I remember standing there thinking, it's 2-2. This is just hit the reset button and start over. It's the best 2 out of 3. And people were so happy. I mean, granted, it was 2-0, and they probably felt like, oh, no, we're going to get run off the floor here.
Oh, yeah,
This is trending really poorly. And Game 4 was super exciting finish. So I get all that. But I remember thinking, as happy as people are, this feels pretty over the top. But if they're like this at 2-2, what's this going to look like if they win for the 3rd and 4th time? Of course, they didn't, so we don't know, and that question still looms, but I get your point.
Well, Jordan was the ultimate Lucy.
He'll lose a game or two. He never swept an NBA Finals.
He put the ball there
But
to think you had a chance to kick it.
On the one hand, I'm not sweeping it. That'd be a lot of effort. But on the other hand, I'm not letting you play Game 7 either.
Yeah, no, it's got to be dramatic.
Yeah, I think he only played 3 Game 7s in his entire career.
He was a drama king.
Yeah.
So he let you think you had a chance. and they did, obviously.
But he was good at slamming the door on your fingers.
I want to see the fans celebrate wildly. The ownership hasn't paid the price enough. It'll be cool for them, but they haven't suffered.
Yeah, by that time you were like, 15 years in with Larry?
Yeah.
We weren't personally. We hadn't been here the whole time. But
Right, and Jerry Sloan, a grinder from birth.
Yeah.
He probably 6 months he was out driving tractors.
Yeah. And they worked really hard at selling the team in air when you had to. It's a little easier now with all the national TV money pouring in.
Right.
But as Jerry once said after a marathon interview session, "Bad, you stand out for, you're easy to deal with. Why?" And he pointed at Floyd and said, "I remember walking out there when there were only 4,000 people." He said, "I don't take any of this for granted." Put in a lot of time. All right, DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We're taking a break, and when we come back, Ben Anderson joins us from the Big Apple. He's there for the draft. Co-host to Jake and Ben, KSL Sports Utah Jazz Insider. He was there for all the media interviews. We'll talk with him about what he heard and what he saw, and we will do that next. Stay with us.
We all have routines. I'm Jabron, and with diabetes, mine was finger sticks. Sometimes I skip them because they hurt. The Freestyle Libre 3C GM changed that. It gives me glucose insights without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Finger sticks are required if your glucose alarms or readings do not match symptoms, or when you see check blood glucose symbol for the first 12 hours. The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Ice Cube's Big 3 is back. The most competitive basketball league on earth is on CBS this Saturday. Big 3 All-Star Dwight Howard and the LA Riot take on Greg Monroe and the Dallas Power. Then Coach Rick Mahorn, Sensation Nazir Kaur, and the Detroit Amps look to protect home court against back-to-back MVP Michael Beasley and the defending champs Miami 305. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and catch replays on BET.
Oh, yay, yay!